Okay, guys, as in the chat, hello, hello. Tell me if you can hear me. Just say yes if you can. We're going to be starting shortly. Let me know. Excellent, excellent, excellent. It's not 1 hour. It's going to start. Oh, yeah. Masena, it is about 40 minutes or so. So that's cool. If you've seen this before, of course, you're welcome to stay. We'd love to have you here. For the rest of us, if you're getting ready to level up your YouTube game, glad you could make it. Today, I'm going to show you the exact step-by-steps that you need to do, how to do this, how to level up your YouTube channel. Give us a couple of more minutes. We're just waiting for everybody to kind of get in here, and then we'll just get it going in a couple of minutes. I think 2 or 3 more minutes to rock and roll before we get going. In the meantime, let us know where you're from. Where you guys from? Which country? I saw there were some people from India earlier. Just drop your country name and your city if you want to. Let us know where you're from. Yeah, you're not going to see anything yet. Toxic Beats, we haven't started. This is just warming up, making sure everyone's cool. Right, I see some people from Canada. Sully Beats is from Canada. Myers in Fort Myers in Florida. That's Priest 23. Slovakia, Northern Ireland. Oh, wow. Ecuador. Okay, got some Germany, from LA, UK, United States, Netherlands, Ukraine. Oh, more from Ukraine. Men's Club and Moto Red Hot Hat. You guys are next to each other. Well, if Ukraine's not that small. Right, Sudan. We got San Diego, California, Winnipeg, Moscow, Russia. Oh, okay. No, cool. Okay, yes. Anyone from Canada? Rob, our moderator, is here. He is going to be saying lots of haze and whatever else you guys say up there. Yeah, if you're going to leave a question, just start it with hashtag question so that Rob doesn't miss you. He's pretty good. He's catching these things. Hey, I'm from Dallas too. DNA family trees. Yeah, I'm from Dallas. Okay, who else? Dominican Republic. We got Tijuana, Mexico. Cool. Oklahoma, Turkey. Wow. The only thing that's cool that people from around the world have all come together and we've all got the same cause. We all here to get our YouTube to that next level. I love this. This is what makes YouTube YouTube. All right. Okay. I think we're ready to get going. All right, some more people are joining here from Charleston, from Louisiana. That's Casey. That's Huxon Shattered. Oh, that sounds like a cool name. All right, then especially Hadi. Yeah, yeah, but you can hear from my accent, I clearly wasn't born here, right? Born in South Africa, from South Africa, and now living in Dallas. But I can say you all. Does that count? I think that counts. Alrighty. Okay, I think we're ready to... Couple of more seconds. I think we're going to push some buttons. Guys, this is not a video. This is live. In fact, somebody give me a number between 1 and 5. One number between 1 and 5. This way, I will show it to you as we go live. Oh, Chicago, Ohio, more from India. counts if you know what that means. That's true. 3. We have a number 3, and a number 2, and a number 5. Okay, so 3, 2, 5, 4, 3 point. Thanks, Rob. 3.14. I think you missed Pi Day by a little bit, but I think that's 3.17. Okay, so I think we're going to go with 4s. 4 seems to be the majority, right? 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Okay, cool. All right, let us get going. Let's get cracking. Let's get the show on the road. Okie dokie. For those who arrived early, you ready for this? Yes, there will be, Brigitte, there will be a replay after this. Just simply keep the same URL that you got, and you can go ahead and watch this at your convenience. But if we're all ready, I think we can push a button. Now just got to figure out which button to push. Okay, ready in 5, 4, 3, 3. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Let's do this.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
Hello everyone. Welcome to another vidIQ training. My name is Liron Segev. I am the Director of Customer Success here at vidIQ. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out in the chat and asking questions. Remember, Rob is there. He's moderating. So if you have any questions, start your question with the hashtag question so that he kind of doesn't miss you. I would say, hold on. We've got a lot to go through. Today, I'm going to show you the exact step-by-step that you need to take your videos, to get them ranked, to get them seen, to get those views, to get those subscribers. We're all here for that exact same reason. Now, as you've seen from the chat, everybody's here from around the world. Oh, I was supposed to show you a number. Number 4. Was the number 4 was the majority? Then Rob went with 3.14 or something. Thanks for that. So this is live. So which means that I'll probably push the wrong button. It's just going to happen. We might lose audio for a bit and you'll watch me waving my hands. Just roll with it. That's just what we do here. This is vidIQ. This is all about leveling up your channel. We're all creators at vidIQ. Most of us have our own channels. I have a technology channel, for example. So I fully understand the hassles and the trauma that we all go through, spending hours and hours and hours crafting the perfect video, uploading it, and then kind of watching it get 1 or 2 views. Thanks, Mom. We all do it. So we understand. And therefore, a lot of the tools that we've built within vidIQ is all about getting away from that frustrations. I don't know about you, but I'd rather spend more time with my camera creating content than actually worrying about things like SEO and worrying about kind of, do I have chosen the right keywords? So we can push a button and let that do it for you. So if we're all ready, I just want to make sure everything's cool in the chat down there, making sure the audio is good, everything looks cool. Right, I get lots of cakes for some reason. Oh, we've got a cake story. Okay, cool. So if we're ready to rock and roll, I think let's get the show on the road. So I think it all starts in the kitchen. Here's what I mean by that. What happens is that you right now, if you went to your kitchen and you took a bowl and you went to your cupboard and you randomly threw things into that bowl and then you mixed it all with a lovely spoon, stuck it in the oven, what are the odds of chocolate cake coming out of that? I would say pretty slim, right? The reason for it is because you haven't followed the recipe. You simply randomly went, stuck a whole bunch of stuff together and hoped that a chocolate cake would magically appear. YouTube is the same. YouTube is exactly the same. What we all do as creators is we go, we grab our camera, we run out there, we film a perfect vlog, a perfect how-to, a perfect tutorial, whatever we happen to be doing, and then we come home, edit quickly, slap a title together, upload it, and then hope a chocolate cake appears. We hope something magical happens. But then we get really frustrated when it doesn't. Well, because we haven't followed a recipe. We simply just went ahead, grabbed all those ingredients, and then stuck them into that YouTube algorithm and hope for the best. Well, I'm tired of doing that. And that's what I was doing for years. Until I discovered it is actually the formula. It's not a magic formula. There isn't a way that you're going to do 1, 2, 3 and guarantee to be ranked number 1. That just simply doesn't exist. And beware of anybody that promises you these magic formulas. YouTube simply doesn't work that way. So today, what I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you that formula. I'm going to show you the formula that's going to help you get more views, get more eyeballs on your site, and be able to kind of get your content out there. YouTube is divided into 3 Ds. There is D for discoverability. D for discoverability. What does that mean? It means that people are going to be discovering your content. Then the second D is for deliver. You need to deliver that content so your audience says, wow, this is amazing. I need to subscribe. And it's got to be so good that they hit the third D, which is distribute. They're going to share it with their friends. They're going to say, hey, you got to check out this cool new creator. But if you don't hit the first D, if you're not being discovered, well, it's very difficult to go through being able to deliver in the distribution, because the most amazing content that's out there that nobody knows about, it just doesn't exist. So before we get going, if you're going to make one change in your mindset, the change has to be to not to film first, but to go through the research process first, which is your discoverability. And I'm going to show you exactly what that means when I get onto the main part of this shindig. I'm going to change my browser setting right here. So hopefully you'll be able to see the screen that I'm looking at. And let's just double check that, because we just want to make sure that we're not talking to myself, and that's pointless. Okay, there we go. I think that looks pretty cool. Right, so you haven't picked up your camera yet. You're thinking of making a video. And let's just use our chocolate cake as the example. I want to make a chocolate cake video. Now, before I make a chocolate cake, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to YouTube. I want you to go to search. And the first thing I want you to think is, what is your main keyword for this chocolate cake video that you're going to be making? You might be doing technology. What are you reviewing? Is it a product? You might be doing a car video. What's the main keyword that has to do with the video you're about to make? And the keyword here is about to make. You haven't made it yet, because first we're going to be researching what we want to be doing. So in YouTube, we're going to type the main keyword, which is chocolate cake. And the first thing that comes up, and the first thing that I want you to have a look at, is on the right hand side. Can you see this? We've got the vidIQ search volume, and then we've got the vidIQ competition score. These are critical. Why? The search volume, what does it mean? It's in the green. Doesn't matter about the number, it's more towards the green. Which means what? It basically means that there is lots and lots of search volume. Lots of people are looking for this keyword, in this case, chocolate cake. Lots of people are looking for that. There is no point in making a video nobody's searching for. Why make a video about something nobody cares about? So already, right off the bat, I know chocolate cake, pretty popular. People are searching for it, and it's really at the most extreme levels. So that's great. The second signal I want you to look at is something called competition score. And competition score essentially says, okay, you've got lots of people searching for it, but how many people are delivering content to serve those search requests? So what's your competition like? Who are you fighting with? Is it lots or is it a little bit? On the chocolate cake, you can see 88. It's in the red, which means lots of search volume, but also lots of competition. You don't want them both to be on the same side of this little graph. Ideally, you want lots of search volume, lots of people in the green, and very little competition score. Lots of people in the green. So you've got lots of search volume, but not a lot of people delivering that content to that audience. That is the perfect place to be, if you can. So I am making a chocolate cake video. I use the word chocolate cake. I can see, wow, I'm going to struggle. Lots of people are searching, but lots of competition. The highest view video has got 14.4 million views. It's owned by this top creator, Tasty. So I'm already in for a battle. So here's the trick. How do you narrow this down? What I do is I go to the search bar. Remember, what is YouTube? Is the world's second largest search engine, which means you go into YouTube to ask questions. And now YouTube has got this thing called autocomplete. Autocomplete essentially says, okay, so many people have searched for this question, or so many people have typed the search query, the next person that types it, I'm going to help you out and automatically complete that search volume, that search query. Here's what I mean. Chocolate cake. This is the trick here. Space. A. B, C, D, E, F. You see, every time I type a letter on the alphabet, it automatically starts to complete a title for me. I know there's so many people searching for that query or for that term. There's so many people around the world searching for it, to the point that YouTube is already added into the autocomplete to make it easier for the next one. Which means what? It means you're marrying up your video with search. And as soon as you marry the two together, you're going to get those eyeballs. The problem with YouTube is we forget that it's a search engine. So we over here in a little bubble creating content, but our users over here doing searches, and the two are not marrying up. Well, here's a good trick to automatically, more helpful guide to get your video to marry up with a very popular search query. So instead of making a video about chocolate cake and competing with all these millions of people and 40 million views on one video alone, I'm going to go, oh, chocolate cake from scratch. Sounds good. Let's do that. Now I'm going to see their thumbnails. I want to see their description. And by the way, look on the right-hand side. Look what it immediately tells me. Listen, not a lot of people are searching for chocolate cake from scratch, but look, there's a lot of people still delivering content. So why would I make this video? I'm already fighting an uphill battle. So you start again. Maybe for beginners. Let's see how that looks. Can you see how I'm using the search engine, and I'm using the vidIQ search volume and the competition score to try and get a much better title until I can find something that clicks, right? So let's look at another example completely. Let's look at something like Windows 10. Windows 10's old. I mean, we've had Windows 10 forever now. But look, just by putting Windows 10, what am I finding? That still a high search volume. And the competition score is not bad. It's 67. It's kind of okay-ish. But remember, YouTube is a search engine. So what does that mean? A, B, C, D. Each one of those could be a title. Each one of those could be a video. But wait, it gets better. Just like you put the A, B, C, D at the end of the keyword, don't forget to go to the beginning. And what are you going to put in? You're going to put in the question. How? What? Where? When? Why? Already you're going to see a whole bunch of potential questions that people are asking, which means that you're going to create a video of how to make chocolate cake for beginners, how to make chocolate cake from scratch in a microwave, how to install Windows 10, how Windows 10 updates work. YouTube has told you what works. They've just laid it out for you. And that, together with the competition score, is already going to give you a lot of those keywords to understand, a lot of those indicators to understand how to grow that channel. So hopefully that makes sense. If it does, put yes in the chat so I can see out of the corner of my eye that things are making sense. I'm not going too fast. So as we're carrying on, now let's have a look. I'm going to look at Windows 10 beginners. Let's pause the video. This is my competition. Remember, I'm making a Windows 10 video now. I want to compete against this person. What am I doing? I'm going to go down to, let's pause this quickly. Let's go there. Right. And what I'm doing is I'm looking on the right-hand side. And the first thing that I want to see, I don't worry about the video. The first thing I do is I look at this little graph here. A lot of us forget about the graph that even exists. I press on historical, and look what it does. It shows me the trend over time. It shows me how this thing is going in the right direction, which means what? It means that right now, this video is still getting views. There's still a lot of interest on this topic. Remember, one more time, I haven't picked up my camera yet. I haven't done anything. I'm at my computer. I'm doing my research. The more of this research you do, the more of that discoverability effort that you put in before you start, the better it's going to be. Right now, I can see, look at this, amazing. There's still views. Look at these, it's still relevant today. Great, another good signal. Go back to my vidIQ, to the score sheets, and here are what I want to see. Did they use Reddit sharing? Did they share it on Facebook? How do they do? But look down here. I want to see what tags did they use. How are they ranking for those tags? And we'll talk about more tags shortly when we go into the editing page. So hang on those questions because I know they're coming. So I'm just trying to understand what's working in this environment. Remember, right now, it's purely a research. I want to understand that when I make a video, who am I competing with and how will it do? So I now can see it's still relevant. It's still happening today. I can see it's still getting views. Great. All good signals for me to say this is a good topic. So now I've done my research. What I always suggest, and the way I teach it, is go and get yourself 3 or 4 titles that you know are going to work, because that's going to streamline your thinking. Here's what I mean by that. If you said how to make chocolate cake, cool. There's a million ways to make that chocolate cake. But if you did your research and you discovered that for beginners is actually quite good, and for beginners in a microwave is quite good, well, guess what? It changes your entire video shoot. You're no longer just making chocolate cake in your kitchen. Now you're making chocolate cake from scratch in a microwave. It changes your shoot completely. Another example, a lot of us go to these events and we vlog the entire day and we film for 9 hours, come home and then we have to edit and hopefully we get something. Well, if you do it to this method and you start looking up about this video and you start looking up to understand what your title is going to be. Now, if my next event, I'm going to say 5 tips on how to rank your YouTube videos. Well, I go ahead, I film 5 tips, not 6 and not 12, 5. I've got 5 clips. I'm done. So you see how your research really makes a big difference. Do not pick up the camera until you've done this research. So that's the first D. Remember, discoverability. Now you're going to get discovered because you're marrying your video with search intent. So next up, let's go into the edit screen. We've now know what we're doing. We've done our how-to video. We've done our chocolate cake in a microwave from scratch for beginners. We've done all that. Now what? Well, now that we have our title, what are we doing? We go into our edit page or our upload page and look at how we title our videos. So Rob does an amazing job on this. How to grow your channel fast 2019 for free. Great keywords, right? Why? It's a question. How many of us have asked, how to grow our channels? Lots of us have asked that question. So you've got your main channels here. Your main questions are here. How to grow your channel fast. And as you scroll down into the description, what's the first line of his description? How to grow your channel fast. Scroll further down. How to grow your channel fast. You see how tripling down on your keywords in your titles, your descriptions and your tags really sends a signal to YouTube to say, hey YouTube, this is what this video is about. If anybody does a search for it, I'm going to be answering that question. And this works across all niches, across all industries. We're using the how-to kind of as an example, just easier to understand because all of us have done that kind of research. So how to grow your channel in your title, how to grow your channel in your description, how to grow your channel in your tags. And I want to be clear about one thing. People are saying tags no longer matter. And when you hear that, what people think means that you don't have to do anything and YouTube will just work the stuff out. That's incorrect. Don't think of tags as video tags only. Think of the word tags as the word keyword. I want to give YouTube, I want to feed the beast as much information as possible about my video so that YouTube knows how to marry it up with somebody's asking that question. Logically, it just makes sense. It's good old SEO. It's good old Google marketing. It's good old Google optimization. It's good old SEO. So you're telling YouTube, the search engine, as much information as you can about your video. So what else? How else can we help you do that? So we've done our research. We've done the autocomplete trick. We've seen our competition. We've seen the search volume. We've now put in our titles. Let me show you something that's pretty interesting. In here, let's just say we did a video about Valentine's Day. As I'm starting to type my keywords, what comes up? All the autocomplete that we provide you along with the score. And that is going to say the higher the score, the better it is. I'm going to show you why I'm doing this example specifically. I'm going to click on that. Let me go back to the top. Whoops. Right, I'm going to click on that. Now look what it shows me. Valentine's Day, very popular search query. Very popular lots of people are delivering content. Valentine's Day, I mean, of course you will. If you did a video about Valentine's Day, these would be amazing keywords for you to use. Simply click on the keyword, add it to your video, and you have your Valentine's Day keywords all lined up, and now you're good to go. But watch this. Look at here, reports. Over the last 30 days, what happens? It's on the downturn. Why would you make a Valentine's video now knowing how that it's on the down? There might have been a lot of search volume, but clearly it's around Valentine's Day. It's now too late. Just for those who don't know, Valentine's is 14th of February. So it's now too late. So what does that mean? Should you just abandon the subject altogether? Nope. Here's another trick. What you need to do is click on something called all times. And look what it does here. Yep, there we go. And look what it does here. Can you see those spikes? From January 2008 till now, every single year there is a spike. What does that mean? It means that every year it's a tentpole event. Every year people are going to be searching Valentine's Day content. What does it mean for you? Well, if you're going to make a Valentine's Day content, maybe you missed it for 2019. Should you not be thinking about making Valentine's Day content for 2020? And it applies to everything. Valentine's Day, holidays, Christmas, New Year's, Easter, your local holidays in your relevant countries. Don't forget those as well. Don't always think international, kind of the big tentpole. If you're living in whichever country you're living in and they've got your local events, local holidays, absolutely. Religious holidays, definitely. Put those in here. And what's cool about a tentpole event is that your content actually is there for the following year. So sometimes you can make, hey, how to make chocolate cake for your boyfriend, girlfriend for Valentine's Day 2019. Great title, right? What do I do next year? I simply change the title from 2019 to 2020. So I'm already going to be in that tentpole event. I'm already going to be in the Google search algorithm. So somebody searches for that, I'm already going to be there. So the date gives you a good longevity for those tentpole events. So always remember, don't just look at the last 30 days, because that's going to tell you, should I make a video now? Well, this one's on the downturn, but when you go all time, well, that's going to give you a much better picture. So spend some time in here when you're doing your research to understand what is happening with that particular topic. So hopefully that makes sense. As we move back into our editing suite, I'm going to take out Valentine's Day before our video starts getting ranking for Valentine's Day. And I want to show you this tool. It's called the best time to publish on your channel. Why this is awesome is for the following reason. Firstly, I always like to go to the date that I'm publishing, the day that I'm publishing. So let's just say it's Wednesday. Great. This is now telling me, look, I've got a couple of big spikes here, but between 9 and 11 a.m., this is when I should publish my video. Why is this important? It's important because of something called velocity. We call these views per hour. Essentially what that means is when you launch a video, YouTube wants to know which are the videos that it can promote. How does it know how to do that? Well, it knows that certain videos, as they hit, lots of people are watching this. Lots of people are clicking the like button. Lots of people are leaving comments. What are signals that does that send to YouTube? That this is a good video. If it sends that kind of signal to YouTube, it means that your video will start getting promoted. So if you can figure out with our tool at which point your audience is most likely to be online, most likely to be watching your video, most likely to get that notification, you're going to get those initial eyeballs on your video, which sends those signals, hey, something's happening with this video, lots of people are watching it. So definitely keep this tool in mind. It will localize it. It will understand where you are. It will understand your channel. My time is going to be different to your time. So go ahead and go and experiment with it. Now, some people like to publish just before the peak. You know, if my peak is 9 o'clock, maybe I'm going to publish at 8:37, just to kind of try get that initial upswing as well. And we'll talk about VPH shortly as well, and I'm going to show you why that's important. Scrolling further down, this is your checklist. Hey, how's my video doing? Did I add a card? Did I add an end screen? Did I make it public? All of those questions are very important to make sure that we are giving our video the best opportunity that it can to get out there and get ranked. As we scroll further down, recommended tags. Look how many more tags we could have added to this list. So let's really keep an eye on this. But here's another cool little tip, which people are not using at the moment. Videos to gain views from. Now, as you can see, videos to gain views from. What does that mean? Well, when we watch a video, and I don't know about you, but when most of us watch a video, we don't watch one video about a subject. We're going to watch multiple videos about the same subject. So think of an example when you're trying to find, should I buy the new phone? Whatever it may be. You're not going to watch one video about that phone. You're going to watch lots of reviewers' videos about that phone, right? So that's what YouTube does. YouTube understands it. YouTube knows that this is how we operate. So it's going to recommend another video, another video, another video on the same topic. Videos to gain views from here within the vidIQ tool says, hey, these videos are going to have done similar content to the one that you've just done. Did you use the same tags that they've used? Now, the reason you want to do that, because you want to tell YouTube, hey, YouTube, I've done the same videos as this person did. Could we maybe marry our videos up together? So you're giving YouTube another reason to look at your video and marry it up to another popular video that's out there. And of course, you can do your research here. So let's just say we're going to do, I don't know, the Galaxy S10, new phone that's come out. Okay, if I made a video about this, I know that Unbox Therapy is doing really well on his video. So I'm going to say, oh, I never clicked that, or I never clicked that, or I never did that tag, and trying to get those views from these people as well. Okay, so another tip is don't stop here, go further down and make sure that you're using good tags, good descriptions, and then of course your title is critical. That's the number one thing, is the work that needs to be done here, hence the research. Okay, so we've been through all this. We've gone through all that. I'm going to show you now a couple of other tools that are really going to help you take your videos to that step. Just a quick drink of water whilst we fire up something called, on the left hand side here, called competitors. Let's wait for that. Oh, excuse me. Right, competitors. So if you've used competitors before, you'll see us. If you haven't used competitors before, well, let me tell you why you should be using competitors. So first of all, what is a competitor? So when I do a topic about the latest Galaxy phone or whatever the latest technology is, I want to keep an eye on lots of other people in my industry who are doing similar topics, who are covering similar events. Why do I want to do that? Because I want to see what they're up to. I don't want to copy them. I want to be clear. I don't want to copy what they're doing, but I want to understand if there's anything I might be missing. YouTube works according to trends, according to bulk movements. And when people are watching one thing, odds are pretty good they're going to watch multiple videos about that. Lots of creators create content around that same topic. You don't want to be the one creating content at the very end of that trend, because as soon as you do that, you've missed out. So I use competitors, and what I'm doing with my competitors here is I say, okay, I'm going to search it by VPH, views per hour. Let me clear what that is up quickly. Views per hour is very important. It means how many people, how many views this video is getting right now in the past hour. What is working on this channel right now? VPH is critical. Think about this. If you, when the iPhone 4 came out, we can assume it was a very popular topic, right? Just like every other iPhone that comes out. When the new phone came out, the search volume must have been through the roof, and the search traffic must have been through the roof. If we just looked at total views on a video, we could be thinking that, hey, are people still interested in the iPhone 4? But if you go views per hour, you will probably see that the iPhone 4 no longer has that much attention because it's now old. So views per hour is what is working right now. So I always sort it by views per hour. I want to understand what people in my industry are doing. And remember, YouTube isn't finite. And here's what I mean by that. We don't each get 1,000 views a day and I've got to distribute them to one creator and then another creator. And if I don't like it, I take a view away from a creator. It doesn't work like that. I can watch everybody's videos and each one of them gets a view. So competitors are great because I can keep an eye on what my friends are doing, can keep an eye on what people in the same industry are doing, and I can watch what they're doing to understand if there's anything I should be doing. So what am I looking for here? I want to understand their titles. Is it long? Is it short? I want to understand what their thumbnails are like. Are they doing faces and people? Are they showing those emotions? Are they, oh, this stands out because it's something different. Maybe I should experiment with something different, okay? You can see how I'm using that information to help me with my channel. But one more thing. If I see that a lot of my competitors are starting to talk about a specific topic, let's just say it's Valentine's Day, or in our industry it's about Article 13. Everybody wants to know what's happening with Article 13. If I see all my competitors starting to talk about Article 13, I can't afford to wait for weeks and weeks and weeks, because then the trend's gone. If everybody is talking about the Galaxy S10, I can't afford to wait weeks and weeks and weeks, because it'll be old news by then. Valentine's Day, everybody's starting to talk about that. I need to talk about that. So this is a great way to keep an eye on what is trending, what's working within your niche, and see whether you can jump onto that. How to add a competitor? You simply got to add their channel ID here. You know that long, funny URL stringy thingy? That's a technical term. Stringy thingy at the end. Just simply paste it in here and then just click on the add button, and then you'll add kind of competitors straight into here. So once again, I had another sip of water. Just make sure saying yes, it is all makes sense. Drop a yes in the chat if this is the kind of stuff that you are going to be using as well. And then we'll move on to the next one. Right. So whilst we're waiting for that, dashboard competitors, right. Competitors we've just spoke about. Our next thing is I want to talk about trend alerts. Now, trend alert is gold. Why trend alert is gold? Because remember, competitors are already on that trend. They're already making the video. They're already talking about Valentine's Day. But trend alerts is a way for you to get ahead of that trend. The trend alert is for you to go here and say, okay, give it a name. What trend do I want to keep my eye open for? What trend do I want to know that's coming, and I want to get ahead of that? So I'm going to put trends in my industry. So let's just say I'm going to put in Fortnite. You know, that game, you might have heard of Fortnite. I'm going to put in Fortnite. I'm going to say, okay, when this keyword anywhere on YouTube gets 500 views per hour, remember that VPH, again, what's working right now, gets 500 views per hour for the word Fortnite across all categories, across all competitors, across everybody on YouTube, send me an email and send it to me every day, every 2 days, each week. Let me know, and you'll get a report that looks something like this. Now, why this is cool is because you can put in keywords for your specific industry, for your specific niche, for your specific YouTube channel, for your interest. And as soon as you see something going and getting a 500 views per hour, then 1,000 views per hour, then you know it's a rising trend. Then you know you need to get in on this action. You cannot afford to wait. And if you get it in an email every 2 days, then you're going to look at that email and say, wow, this is really growing fast. Could I make a video and quickly to get in on that upswing of that trend? The earlier you are in a trend, the more results you're going to see. See how cool this is? Create your trend, get an email to you, and start working those keywords. Don't be reactive all the time, because by the time something is already a challenge, or already a trend, or already trending, it's going to be very difficult to climb your way to the top. This is a cool way to get ahead of that game. Alrighty, so competitors, trend alerts. Now, most viewed. Most viewed always comes with a disclaimer from me before we put this on, because most viewed essentially is what is going on YouTube right now. But it sorts it by VPH, views per hour. What is really, really working right now on YouTube, which is a better question. Let's go to most viewed. Hopefully it's nothing inappropriate. I just never know when you press that button. And when you refresh it, it changes again. So it's always weird. Okay. So, first of all, lots of kid stuff. Some inappropriate stuff, apparently, which we're not going to get into. And you can see that the kid stuff is, 129,000 views per hour. 126,000 views per hour. Kid stuff, kid stuff, kid stuff. Okay. Why do I care? I don't have a kids channel. Why would I care about this? Well, for a couple of reasons, and I'm going to show you that. Firstly, let's go into something that I want to show you here. On the side here, you can do search terms. You can say, I don't care about everything on the internet. I want to care about something specific, something within my niche, something within my channel. But even better, look at this, channel subs. Don't show me everything with millions and millions. I mean, this channel has got 40.5 million views. I'm not competing with that channel. So what do? I say, hey, don't show me everything. Show me something more within my range. Let's just say 10,000 to 100,000 as an example. And what's that going to do is going to basically limit this. And I'm going to say, okay, these channels under 100,000, oh, look at this, 169,000 views per hour on this video. So why do I care? I care because I want to do my research. Remember, I want to learn. What's their thumbnail like? What kind of genres are they doing? What kind of information are they showing off here? Is this emotive? How long or short is their title? I want to understand all of this. And why do I want to do that? I'm going to show you a cool little trick that you can do. Let's clear all this. Let's go right to the top again. And okay, let's look at these particular videos. I'm trying to find something that's age appropriate. Okay, so here we go. So look at this. This one is David Dobrik, really big YouTuber, of course, 11.7 million subscribers on his channel. He is getting 121,000 views per hour on this video. How does this relate to my little channel, you may be asking? Well, what you can do is you can look at his title, winning my first Kids' Choice Awards. Okay, cool title, right? Nice and short. Now, I asked myself the question, if I was making a video on my channel, could I do something similar, a similar title to get all this attention from David's video? Perhaps YouTube will think that it's a similar kind of style video. Maybe YouTube will join us together. Imagine getting a fraction of those views that he's getting on his videos per hour and getting some of those people headed over to your channel. That'll be pretty awesome, right? So I would title my video something, if I was making that chocolate cake, I would say it's something like winning my award-winning first chocolate cake award. See how I haven't used his exact titles, but something very, very similar. So I'm trying to get that attention. Say, hey, YouTube, remember people watch more than one video? Link us together. So that is what I'm trying to do with those. And again, it doesn't work all the time. And of course, you don't want to mimic the exact same thing that they're doing. YouTube is smarter than that. It's going to eat you alive if you start trying to play with the algorithm too badly. So understand, maybe it's not going to work. Maybe I simply cannot get a title that matches us, and that's okay. This refreshes hour by hourly basis. Sometimes it's weird, so I do warn you. Okay, so past 48 hours, this week, this month, but the most important is views per hour, that VPH. And you can do your research, categories, countries, and scroll down here until you see channel subs. So that is where I would spend a lot of time here as well. Right, let's get out of this screen. So, competitors, trend alerts, most viewed. Now, the next part. This is that second D. So the first one is all about discoverability. Are you being discovered by YouTube? Are you giving the most opportunity that you have for your videos to be picked up? The next question is, well, now that people are watching your channel, are you delivering? And this is where the channel audit is just pure gold, because what that does is it exposes your channels, what's working and what isn't working on your channel. So, there's no emotion attached to this. And that's the beautiful thing about this data, is that I can tell your channel's doing well, but when you see it like this, you go, wow, okay, this really makes a lot of sense. So let's start. At the top, I'm going to have a month-over-month overview. How did I do last month compared to how am I doing this month? Is it growing or is it shrinking? I need to know this information. This is called content to double down on. Now, if you're not familiar with that term, essentially what that means is what's working. What is working so well that your audience loves it so much that they're willing to subscribe, to watch more of it, to engage with it. It's really working well. So if it's working well, naturally, you want to make more of the stuff that's working. So we call it content to double down on. Here, sorted by views per hour. on our channel. What's working right now? This video is getting 546 views per hour, 3,333 views hours. You can see what is working. I can see what my engagement is, how many views it's getting. This video is nearly at 600,000 views. Way to go, Rob. Subscribers gained. Which videos are giving me subscribers? Which videos are going to give you subscribers? And it's sorted by subscribers per 1,000 views. Now, if you know for a fact that these are the videos that are giving you views, why would you not want to make more videos of that? And if you know those videos are giving you subscribers, well, that's a great way to get you to have more information, to understand what kind of videos you want to be making. So if we look here and we can say, okay, our channel is all about helping you guys grow your YouTube channel. Are the top videos that are giving us subscribers, giving us the views, giving us the watch time, the retention, are they all around the topic of helping you grow your audience? If they are, we're doing a good job. If they are not, well, then we have a problem. We got to fix something. So very important, as you scroll further down, top search terms. Look at these search terms that people have used to get to our channels, to view those videos on our channels. Can anybody detect a trend here? PewDiePie versus T-Series, T-Series versus PewDiePie. Anybody see a trend here? People are obviously very interested in that topic, and we're delivering that value to them, so they keep on coming back and subscribing because we're giving them that value. We know that these are being searched for, so of course we're going to continue giving you more value. I want to see what my end screens, what's working. Oh, look at this. Card click rates, 69% when we do a polls. People love to vote on polls. So why would we not want to make more polls? So in our community tab, which by the way, if you have the community tab, you absolutely should be use polls. People love to vote. Look how much it outranks absolutely everything else that we're doing on our channel. Great. Carry on doing more of that. Just as important is to know what's working, it's also equally important to know what's not working. Content that could use work. So this stuff isn't working. Well, what does that mean? Does it mean you just abandon those topics? No. So when you look at on your channel, if you see anything down here, don't automatically delete it or don't automatically stop doing it. Let's go learn. Let's go understand why our audience didn't dig this. What's going on? Was it too short? Was it too long? Was it just boring? Was it just the wrong topic? Did I not do a good job delivering that content? I want to understand what didn't work and why it didn't work so that I can make more of the stuff that is working. Okay, let's go back down again. The next thing, average metrics over the last 30 days. I want to make sure everything is cool, the length of the title, descriptions. I just want to keep an eye on that, but this is important. Items to improve upon. This I can see I got 5 videos instantly, big red. 5 videos without end screens. Well, I can go fix that. I got 1 video not added to a playlist. I can fix that by simply clicking on it and adding it through to a playlist. So we know it's important to have all these done. All of those should be in the green. And if you've got a couple that are not, well, go understand why not. Perhaps it was an end screen of something that we chose not to add to a playlist, or an end screen that we chose not to use in those videos. That's fine if you have a reason. This simply pops it out and makes you aware of what's going on with your videos. Okay, so month over month, what's working? Do more of that. If the stuff is working, giving you subscribers, giving you your views, go ahead. You're clearly doing that second D. You're clearly delivering. Go understand what isn't working and why not. Did you do a bad job? Maybe just redo those videos. Use your end screens, use your click cards, understand your search, and then go and fix any issues that you may or may not have. Another pro tip, just before we get off the screen, is see time frame 30 days. You can change it to 60 days or 90 days. I like to do both 30 days, get an understanding of what's working on my channel, and then go 90 days, because 90 days, it's enough to smooth out any highs and any lows. You might have a series of videos that did really poorly, and then you might have 1 or 2 videos that just shot up and did really well. Over 90 days, it kind of evens them out and kind of gives you an even kill. And so you can understand, is it still the same content to double down on? Is it the same kind of content that I'm making? If I'm making chocolate cakes and people absolutely hate my chocolate cakes because it's always at the bottom, but they love when I do barbecue stuff, well, then I have a choice. I might say, forget my audience, I just want to do more chocolate cakey stuff. Cool. Or I might say, you know what, if they're not digging the chocolate cake thing, but they're loving the barbecue, great, let's make more barbecue videos. So this gives you that unemotional information about your channel. You should be living on the screen to make sure you're delivering, because the more value you deliver, the more opportunity there is for your content to be distributed. People love your stuff, they're going to distribute it. Okay, final bit here on the screen is something called achievements. Now, you have worked hard. You have done your thing. You have been discovered. You delivered correctly because people are loving what you're doing, which means you're getting these achievements. This is where you should be proud. This is going to tell you, hey, we reached 300,000 subscribers on March 22nd, and we're on our way to go to the 350 mark. We've reached 10 million views. We're on our way to reach 15 million views. We're 8 days away from 400,000 hours. And when I see one of these, I can click on it. I'm very proud of our channel. I'm very proud of my little channel. You should be proud of your work too. When you hit those milestones, man, I want to share my certificate on various social medias. I want to let people know, hey, you were part of my journey. Thank you. And by the way, subscribers love this. They want to be part of your journey. If you went from 0 to 100 views, 100 subscribers, or then you reach your 1,000 subscribers, and those people came along with with you on that journey, they would love that. They would retweet that. They would heart that. They would like that. Give it a thumbs up. Like you're doing with this video, because you love this content so much, so you gave this video a thumbs up, right? It's all about sharing. We're all in this together. So if I'm supporting as a creator and have reached a milestone, wow, do I want to smash that like button? Wow, do I want to share this, right? So very, very cool to keep your eye on your achievements. And as you scroll further down, top performing months, this is just a quick motivational thing to say, okay, you're on your way to reach those views. You're on your way to reach the next milestone. You're 63% on the way there. So just to really kind of keep you pumped and keep you active and in that game. So that is why the power of the screen. It's about that distribution. Make sure that you tell people about how awesome your channel is. So hopefully that was cool there. So let's just do a very, very quick recap on a couple of things. Number one, the most important thing is your title. Use those keywords. Do the alphabet walkthrough. Make sure you've done your beginning questions as well. Your what, your where, your when, your how, your whys. Make sure you use your autocomplete to get to the best possible titles you can before you pick up that camera. Right, say it after me. Before you pick up that camera, do that research. No point in researching something where the vidIQ score shows no search volume. You want to make sure you marry your videos with that search intent. Marry the two up. This is how you win. Understand when is the best time to post, getting that initial velocity, getting that stuff going, that people love your videos right from the beginning. So post it when they're going to be online. Logically, this just makes sense. Understanding your keyword world is important. Understanding what's working. What are other creators doing? Could you leverage some of their fame for your video? Got to keep an eye on your competitors. See what they're up to. Don't copy them. YouTube is smart. It's going to take you out of the game when you do that. Don't copy them. Understand them. That's your research. Keep an eye on trend alerts. Get an email. How simple is that? You wake up in the morning, switch on your email, and it tells you something is going to trend. You're keeping an eye on this right from the power of your email. Most viewed, what's weird and wonderful that works on YouTube? See if you can leverage that. Then channel audit is just one of those things. You grab a cup of coffee and you just go through this and you see what's working on your channel, what you should be doing more of, and what you should be doing less of. And your achievements, once you do reach those achievements, you obviously want to share those achievements and make sure that you're telling your audience, hey, thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging on with me and helping me grow my channel. So this was a whirlwind tour of vidIQ. Hopefully I've answered a lot of your questions. I think Rob has been very busy in that chat as well, answering you. And if you've got anything else, if we've missed anything, support@vidIQ.com. If you're not using our premium version, There's a 30-day free trial for you because you were part of this webinar. See that link in the description below here, and then you'll be able to get onto that and explore a lot of these features. Make sure that vidIQ works for you. And when you work it, and when you use the tools, this is when you really understand the leverage and the power of both vidIQ and YouTube and your creative mind. This is why we're here. We are all here to support each other. That's why vidIQ exists, to make sure that your channel can see your next milestone, whatever that may be, whatever your determination of success is. That is why we're here, to help you achieve that level. I speak to creators with 3 subscribers and creators with 9.8 million subscribers. And guess what? Everybody just wants that next step. Using these tips, these strategies, is how we've helped so many creators achieve those success. You can as well. There's nothing in here that I've just showed you that you cannot do for yourself on your channel. So I urge you to go out, don't shoot first, do that research, then pick up that camera, film the best that you can, and just get a little bit better every time you upload. Just a little bit better every time you upload. And use our tools to make sure YouTube knows who you are. Make sure YouTube can rank your video. Make sure YouTube can suggest your video. Use the tools, keep an eye on what you're doing well, and do more of that. The stuff that's not working, just do less of it. That is the power of vidIQ. Thank you for hanging out. My name is Liron Segev. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers.